Stay with
No,
him.
have him walk out of frame.
Have him walk it out? Okay.
Yeah.
Walk it out
and then go over to the... Yeah. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dutch Rosenberg Theater.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Dutch Rosenberg Theater is probably the most unique act in the entire metal scene out here in Arizona.
I think what we're doing so far is something that's never been done before.
I think it's a lot of fun because we're doing kind of like progressive rock, or I'm not sure if you call it quite that, but I mean like we're doing a lot of different genres.
The only thing I can even think of that's close would be like Frank Zappa.
Just playing so many intricate patterns, it's really eclectic.
Very different, very experimentally avant-garde.
And I'm just very excited to be part of something that nobody else is doing.
I think what took me most by surprise was just kind of like how well it could sound with only like a couple of us.
In this presentation, we draw attention to the major difficulty hiding in plain sight, the result of so-called ingenuity that we know today only as human byproduct. Not quite garbage, but indeed waste. The useless leftover of our wildest endeavors.
Well, that's tougher. Ooh, you betcha. You didn't get your way? What a bitch. The truth is you're fucked up. Someone's gotta say so. You might think it's funny, but it's seriously fucked up shit. Sounds sarcastic, but it's never lazy Sunday. Letting your anger to like-minded fools. Convincing the uneducated that your feelings are more important than logic. Spinning in your own exaggeration. Converting rumor to facts. Yet still spreading out of control. So you tell your friends and they tell their friends, and so on and so on and so on. your brain clicks off and your emotions start driving the car. Yes, Voltaire was right. Common sense is not so common. Say, self-induced self-destruction. Voltaire was right.
In this arena, we strain to produce one kernel of value and leave behind acre after acre of byproduct, which can never be thrown away or buried underground or drowned at sea or shot into outer space, but forever occupying the ever-dwindling real estate on this precious orb that we know as planet Earth.
Troops are gathered at the border, focusing their efforts on the left-hand corner. Violence in the name of law and order. Poverty and hatred make a fucked up marriage. Just like the rhyme with the baby carriage, you're now becoming what you disparage. Anarchy's the girl in your C2 corner. Come to an accord with the servant of the sword who gave the order in the left-hand corner.
You never bargained for the fight of your life.
But there it is.
Take that attitude.
Maybe your mother was right. She kicked you in the groin and she found out you joined the insurrection.
Refugees are gathered at the border, slowly moving over to the left-hand corner. Plotting inside a house of horrors, that's the best place to begin the tunnel.
Into your life the truth is funneled.
Recreate your body double.
Revolution is the bride and you see two corner.
Come to an accord.
The servant of the sword.
Give the order in the left-hand corner.
You never bargained for the fight of your life. But here it is, made somewhere in the mind with sweat yourself in the blood. When the left side of your face is numb, you'll know that they've begun the insurrection. And the order in the left-hand corner is a mass annihilation at the highest order. Now you're backed into a corner, but you'll hang on to your convictions like a daughter, cause your mother said you oughta. Do you wanna be a statistic now? Do you wanna make your family proud? The things you kept in secret are now shouting out loud. Oh no, they're walking 15 feet on your front door.
Could be such a harrowing experience.
Pray for deliverance. Maybe your mother was right after all. All your energy staving off the insurrection, entertaining the suggestion that you're losing all control. Let me tell you, you're wasting all your energy staving off the insurrection. Now it's coming into question. It turns out maybe your mother was right. Wasting all your energy staving off the
corner.
My family says it matters not. It was at old Johansson's funeral. We sat and bade farewell. I look across the room to see 5 figures seated in the back. Their garments told no tales. They shed not a tear. They spoke not a word. They made not a sound. How come? Do I know them? Did they come to the wrong place? Did they secretly know the deceased? What was their business? We left before they did. I did not see them leave. It did remind me of the week before. Old Johansson, bedridden and torn. We all sat beside him, holding collective hands. 5 figures came in to see him. Their garments told no tales. They shed not a tear. They spoke not a word. They made not a sound. They only stood and hovered over old Johansson's decrepit, dying body. We thought it then trivial. I think it now unnerving. I retire now to my study. I have not the company of Scotch, but I do have company. I turned around to see 5 figures in the room with me. Their garments tell no tales. They shed not a tear. They speak not a word. They make not a sound. I am without breath. They have come to tell me something.
it feels like falling, that's because you're doing so. If you feel faint, like you don't wanna know your retribution for your austerity, to face your deeds as you scream, let go of me, to face your deeds in my cacophony.
The giant beast in the room? We may now talk about it, but what is it exactly that you or anyone can say?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you look to your right, you'll see the lion huntress standing up for her pride, searching for the antidote to quell that hunger raging deep inside. Now look at the amateur stargazer staring up at the sky, knowing he too one day will die. Might it be at the behest of the lioness I ponder? That would be rich.
While tripping the light, fantastic.
Unwary of his surroundings with his head in the clouds, the difference between the hunter and the astronomer is that one follows the trail of life, and the other looks for life in places where it seemingly isn't there. But he keeps on looking, he keeps on looking anyway. Rejoice, you've been sure where you went wrong, but now that you have gone, you must surrender this responsibility to the living. And again I say rejoice, for you made the wisest choice, given the information that you had at the time.
Sisterhood of the elders, making bread and wine, deftly making ready the sacrifice they hope their Lord will find, never knowing how attentive only to the wine. Let's call them sisters X and Y.
Finding survival through introspect, quite fantastic.